We've seen the typical life path: go to school, get a job, get married, have kids, and retire. But life will throw you some curves, so you might use them as opportunities.
I mean, I've had like 4 or 5 different lives.
At 66, Cheryl Cage believes you can reinvent yourself at any age. To embrace this, she says, don't be afraid to walk away.
I was a flight attendant for 5 years. I begged for this trip to London. So I get to London and the airline goes bankrupt and they left me there.
This forced Cheryl to make a shift.
I wrote down what I wanted my day to be like. Who did I want to spend my time with?
She took a job at an athletic club where she learned sales and marketing. But when she wasn't allowed to take time off, she decided to walk away.
And right then I went, no, this isn't going to work anymore.
And this led to the next part of her reinvention journey. She expanded on what she had learned from these experiences and started a successful airline pilot consulting firm.
Because there were so many pilots that had lost their jobs and the interviewing process had become so different, my schedule just filled up with friends of ours.
The consulting business was a success for several years, but life took a different turn when her husband got sick.
So I left my business in the hands of my first employee that I'd ever hired, and I moved to Arizona, to Tucson with my husband.
They enjoyed 10 more years of traveling and life in the desert. After her husband passed, Cheryl leaned into her joy of helping others and the community.
I saw that all the things that were really meaningful had nothing to do with money, had nothing to do with status. It all had to do with the people that we had impacted and that had impacted us.
Today, she's teaching lessons she's learned along the way in a series of children's books.
I visualize myself being really successful in whatever it is that I'm looking for.
That's one woman's story of how to rewrite your life, one chapter at a time.